If a body is unable to process it, it is no use. Then after digestion, after absorption, remaining waste should easily come out of the body. If it gets stuck inside the body, then it is a problem. So food which easily comes out of the body should be our choice. And food which is compatible to our own mind body constitution is also very important. And of course, when we mix two different food items, if they are not compatible with each other, they fight with each other inside our body, that also causes problem. So foods which are compatible with each other only should be mixed with each other. Otherwise, the combination can become poison. So we need to understand all these things. అవ్వట్లేదు. అది కాదు, అది అవ్వట్లేదు. వచ్చింది ఇది ఒకసారి పెట్టి మళ్ళీ తీసి ఇంకో దాంట్లో పెట్టు. బ్యాటరీ అయిపోయిందమ్మా, బ్యాటరీ చూపించట్లేదు. So we need different wide range of nutrients to nourish our body. We need calcium, vitamin D and so many minerals to keep our bones strong. We need proteins to keep our muscles flexible, agile and strong. We need carbohydrates to do a lot of activities to produce energy. Okay, we need fat to lubricate our joints, to give that snigdhatva, to nourish our brain, and so many other important activities can be done by fats. And also we need different iron and other minerals and micronutrients and so many things, so that our body will function in a right way. So more than 100 essential nutrients are very much needed by the body to keep ourselves healthy. How do we ensure that all these things are there in our food? మనకు ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది మన ఫుడ్లో ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయా లేదా? ఓకే, we should know or not? How? సిమ్టమ్స్ వచ్చేసరికి చాలా లేట్ అయిపోతుందండి. ఇట్ ఈస్ టూ లేట్. We need to know what is right. What is right for us? Yes. Yes. So how do we know all these things? Particularly nutrients. Luckily for us, in nature, naturally, all the essential nutrients are present in foods which are growing in our area locally. If we can get all the fruits, all the vegetables, all the grains, all the pulses, all the dry fruits which are growing locally in our area, they will definitely contain all the essential ingredients which are enough to give maximum nourishment to our body. But if we skip some people say every day I eat only rice or only wheat. I eat only tur dal, no other dal. I eat only 4-5 types of vegetables, no other vegetables. I eat only apple, no other fruits. Then it will be a problem. So we need to ensure that we are getting all the essential, all the vegetables, fruits, pulses, grains, dry fruits which are growing in our area, particularly seasonal fruits, seasonal vegetables which are most important in that season, they grow in that season. So without skipping any specific majority of the food items, we need to collect everything and we need to balance and eat them. Then we don't have to measure whether I am getting sufficient calcium, sufficient vitamin D, sufficient vitamin B12. We don't have to measure. We need to ensure we are eating wide range of food items. Okay? One big challenge in this particular thing is whatever we are getting in the market, mostly they are cultivated by using chemical fertilizers and pesticides, which are causing so many diseases, right? In the show Satyameva Jayate, Amir Khan has invited one person who is running a biggest pesticide business, and he invited the company's director and he has shown him one video clip of a train. The train starts from Bhatinda in Punjab and it reaches Jaipur in Rajasthan, and the name of the train is Cancer Express. So all the travelers are cancer patients going to cancer hospital in Jaipur, and most of the patients are farmers. You know, the green revolution, it started in Punjab, where people used to think that we need to produce more to eradicate hunger. Whatever procedure it is, use chemical fertilizers, use pesticides, produce more production, because lot of hunger. Statistics say that we are producing 8 times more food grains than what we need for entire earth. All the population, the quantity of food grains we need, we are producing 8 times more. మనకు కావాల్సిన దానికన్నా 8 రెట్లు ఎక్కువ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం. Still, so many people are dying of hunger, so many people are dying of malnourishment, and tons of food is getting rotten in godowns. ఎంతోమంది ఆకలి చావులు చేస్తున్నారు, ఎన్నో కోట్ల టన్నుల ఆహారం కుళ్ళిపోతుంది. So is this a problem of production or distribution? Huh?
Sometimes someday the production also. Sometimes it is demand supply is more sometimes.
So, but is our focus more on production or distribution? Yeah, we every year put a target that we need to produce this many food grains and all. Distribution is a problem of relationship between human being and human being. You people are all here. If someone of you is not eating because the food is not good, will I stay calm? I will try to feed him now whatever he likes, because I feel related to the person. If that relationship is there, we will not let people around us to stay hungry. If that relationship is there between every two people in every place, then they will ensure that everyone is not staying hungry. So we need to work on relationships. But unfortunately our focus is completely on increasing the production. More production, more production, more production. And to produce more, we are using all kinds of chemical stuff just to increase the production, which is causing so many diseases. Not just cancer, so many other diseases which are seriously affecting human society are being manufactured in the fields of farmers. Few years back, here in Andhra Pradesh, there was one foundation called Ekalavya Foundation. They started a movement where they motivated many farmers to start organic farming. They gave incentives, they helped them in marketing, and they made clusters, one cluster of 3 mandals, and appointed one volunteer there to monitor all the organic farming, and they did it so well until Corona. After Corona, something happened and this whole system collapsed. And then many farmers, they returned back to chemical farming. So I met some of the farmers and asked them, why are you doing chemical farming? The reason the farmer says is, I am trying hard, my yield is less because of organic farming. My neighbor is doing chemical farming. Both of us are getting same price. My yield is less, his yield is more, he is getting more money. Both of us are selling it in the same market for same price, which is unfortunate. So to survive, I have to go back to chemical farming. Then it is even harmful to you also. Even if you eat, you will become patient. Small part of my farming is natural. Then I asked him, but it is not right, it is not fair. So there is no connection between the producer and consumer. So farmer is not worried about the consumer, and consumer is least worried about the farmer. What is happening with the farmer? Whether he is living, whether he is struggling, whether he is committing suicide, no one is bothered. So there is no connection between the producer and consumer. That is the reason why We are not taking care of the farmers, farmer is not taking care of us. So it is high time we build a connection between producer and consumer. At least for ourselves. Like there is a list of farmers who are doing natural farming in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. There is an organization called SAVE. They have a list of farmers, district wise, there is a list. So you have the phone numbers of all the farmers. In your district, you can pick up some numbers and call them. Speak with them. Ask them where they are doing farming, where is their village. If it is nearby, go. Speak with them. Get introduced to them. Ask them what problems they are facing while doing natural farming. And see if you can help them in any way. Assure them that you do natural farming, even if your yield is less, I will give more money and I will purchase. It will still be less than what you pay in the market. Okay? So it's very important for us to connect. If as a group, if suppose you are living in an apartment, if there are some 5-6 families which are like-minded, want to have only healthy food, as a group you can adopt some farmers. You can tell them whatever produce yield you get, we will take entire yield. Don't worry. If you want some advance, we will give some advance. Try to support some farmers. You will see that, even without any support, just like a lottery, farmers are doing farming. Until the last day, they are not sure whether they will get the crop into their hands. Suddenly, anything might happen. Suddenly, it might rain and everything can go into vain. Still, they are struggling, they are persisting. And if you give some support to them, they will reciprocate. Okay, so it is very important for all of us to currently, I ask this question in every workshop. We usually, or some MLA, some councillor, some MP, even we might, someone of my, some friends in big circles.
అయితే మేము ముందుగా అడ్వాన్స్ ఇచ్చేసి వాళ్ళకి చాలా ప్యూరిటీ ఉంటుంది, మళ్ళీ మనకు కంప్లీట్గా ఆర్గానిక్ అని మనకు చూపిస్తారు.
Big Gurukulam is there where some families are staying together. If we have such communities, we can together help. Okay, so it is high time we all make friendship and then build strong relationships. We are growing in our area. Recently there was a report in newspapers that majority of the European countries have rejected the spices being exported from India because they were having so many chemicals. So it is high time. Whole world is also noticing. We should also notice, and we should also reject anything containing chemicals. Spices are very, very important ingredients, but they won't come under food category. In Ayurveda, we divide all the plants into 2 categories. One is Ahara Dravya, another is Aushadha Dravya. Ahara Dravya, there is no limit on consumption. Any amount you can consume continuously, 365 days. But Aushadha Dravyas, they have to be taken in very less quantity with a lot of care and proper preparation. So spices come under Aushadha Dravyas. We use spices to break down the complex protein structures, and food which is very heavy food will be easily digested when you add spices and easily absorbed into the body. So spices help. Spices are not there for increasing the taste of the food. Of course they taste good, but the actual work of spices is to make the food more easily available, bioavailability of the food will be increased, absorption and assimilation of food and nutrients will increase when you add more and more spices in very judicious quantity. Okay. Then milk. Lot of debates and discussions happen as far as milk is concerned. Whether milk is good, milk is bad, whether we have the enzyme to digest milk or not, whether it is cruel to drink milk, so many questions. Vegans say that we don't even have the enzyme to digest milk. So we need to understand it in a scientific way. Also observe the rituals and traditions of our own country, of our own local area, and take a decision whether to consume milk or not. From thousands of years, consumption of milk is an essential part of our society. Right from Lord Krishna, milk and milk products are essential part of our society. But nowadays people are saying that we don't have the enzyme to digest the milk. Even if you drink it, it is not getting absorbed. This is what many people say. In Ayurveda, there is a special therapy called Kshirapana Chikitsa, where we give milk for 48 days as food. Only milk as food, nothing else. Breakfast milk, lunch milk, dinner milk, in between snacks also milk. Nothing else. And we do this to patients who are having some serious health troubles, some really huge problems like avascular necrosis, kidney failure, and some serious degenerative diseases. We give milk as a medicine. That is medicine, and milk is also food. So like that we give for 48 days. If milk is not being absorbed, I myself did this milk therapy for 70 days. 70 days. Nothing else but milk. So if I don't digest, if my body is unable to digest milk, how will I stay for 70 days? So practically I know, and so many of my patients, more than some 400 patients have done this milk therapy under my guidance. And it is also coming from so many, many doctors did this to their patients. And they are all safe. Hence milk is getting digested. Problem with milk is, the milk which we are getting right now in the market from the dairies, where they give lots and lots of hormonal injections to the cattle to produce more milk artificially. That milk is harmful. And because the hormones, they get transferred to the milk and they enter our body, they will cause hormonal imbalance in our body. That is the reason why they are saying milk is harmful. Even small girls at age of 9 or 10, they are starting their menstrual cycle, which is unusual. Previously, after 13 years, 14 years, they used to start their, menarche. So this is something, not just that, there are so many other problems with consuming milk which is produced artificially with so many hormonal injections and all of those things. So it is again important for us to have friends who have cattle and rearing them in a natural way. So there are some people who are passionate about growing Indian cows and feeding them in a right way and getting milk and using it properly. In this place there is a nearby, there is a cattle where there is a dairy farm where there are around 500 cows, Indian cows, all Indian cows, and they openly they move around. They are not tied to some place, they move. The whole goshala is a 5 acres goshala. They move around, and there is a separate place where they grow grass, and without any chemical fertilizers and all, they feed that grass and all, and they supply that milk to the Visakhapatnam city. So whenever my patients start the milk therapy, I give their phone number and they get milk from them. Madugula. So similarly, like there is one of our participant who participated in our workshop, who is supplying organic rice for our hospital. They have some 40 cows. They are also supplying the milk to Visakhapatnam city. And in Vijayawada, I know Katuri agro farms where they have more than 600 cows. They even supply gomutra, cow dung, freshly if you want. I have some patients with cancer. I ask them to take this panchagavya. They supply directly every day fresh gomutra. So in Hyderabad also, like there, many, every place there are some passionate people. All we have to do is communicate with them, connect with them, get acquainted with them, so that we will get the best source of milk. Okay, and that is definitely, milk is very important to strengthen our bones. Milk products like ghee and butter are very important for brain, for lubrication of joints, for strengthening our muscles. So many ways this fat is very important. So it's very and which is having so many medicinal properties. Whereas the Jersey and HF cows, they contain A1 protein, which is not that good. And this classification is not done by Indian people in Australia. So now they are appreciating the quality of milk produced by Indian cows all over the world. They are appreciating. Recently, it got sold for 4 crores